Hey, happy Sunday, Jumpstart January. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am coming from church. I actually stayed a little bit longer and fellowshipped with everyone. I'm usually in work mode because I carry a couple of hats, but it was easy breezy today. Rehearsal was great today. It was just a great Sunday. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little bit frantic, but I don't know. I was in the right mode and the right mindset. I got up extra early after a long day yesterday doing the wrestling thing. So yeah, so Jumpstart January. Let's have a little chit chat. And I want to talk about two things. I wanted to talk about the Kim Burrell situation. I'm not going to talk about, anybody that has been on YouTube and have been watching all the commentary, we all know what's going on with Kim Burrell. I want to talk about it on a different angle. And I'm always interested in, is there a teachable moment in a situation? Because we all know what she did, what she said, and all that. I'm not going to rehash that. There have been a lot of people who have made great commentary on both sides of the fence about how they feel about it. So, I'm not talking about if anything's right, wrong, or indifferent. I want to come from the place of I talk to my children a lot because I have teenagers, 15, 17, and 18. I have been, really since they were 12, have been planting it in their head, this seed of consequences, and that you have natural consequences and you have unintentional consequences, and that a natural consequence is that when you do A, you get B. On a simple form, if you put your hand on a hot stove, you're gonna get burned. That's a natural consequence. An unintended consequence is the ones that I really try to hit home when I'm trying to talk to my children who are navigating through the world of making their own choices, their own decisions, and making their own judgments. And that comes to us as well. We don't outgrow that. We're all beings, and we're all learning and growing and evolving from where we are at to where we're going. But when my children would do something and they would get a consequence handed down, their argument would be that that's not a big deal, or I don't understand why I'm getting this punishment. And I would tell them, you made the decision to do something. You don't get to choose the consequence. You're not in control. You were in control about what you decided to do, what you decided to say, how you decided to behave. Those things were all in your control. And I try to tell them because, my son is driving and, I want to make sure he conducts himself properly. My daughter's driving. I want them to make good choices on the road, and that should they get pulled over, that they do, hopefully, they're with other people who are mindful and maturing, and that if they get into a situation, it doesn't necessarily have to escalate. But my point for them is that when you're with your friends, when you're out, when you're using your social media, when you're, sending, photos, when you're Snapchatting, once you put things out in the atmosphere, you don't get to decide how someone is going to respond or react. And so, I'm all for having fun. I'm all for doing something spontaneous. I'm all for living in the moment. But understand that with making the choice to live in the moment, it can come with unintentional consequences. I am sure that when Kim Burrell went on social media that day, she did not foresee the backlash that she was going to have. I'm positive of that. Unintended consequences. She had no idea that when she got on social media and probably felt like she was preaching to the choir, that she was going to get what she got. That she is essentially a pariah right now. And I'm not saying whether it should happen or not, but we all see where celebrities, where people, public figures, let's just say, not just celebrities, but public figures will say or do something and everything falls away. People pull out, sponsorship pulls out. It happened with Wendy Williams when she made her comment about the HBCU. And as much as she tried to do damage control, the damage was already done. So my thing is having a teachable moment. Be careful, be mindful. I guess if she had to do it all over again, where she had taken a Nene approach, I said what I said, and that, if people were going to pull out, at least stand on whatever she felt was her truth. I don't know. I think she said something at that time, not understanding the ramifications of what that would be. So BMI has pulled out, and she was supposed to be a winner, a recipient of an award along with Marvin Sapp regarding songwriting, and BMI has said that they're only going to award Marvin Sapp. That essentially, and I can understand, there's some things that are bigger than the person, and they want to shy away and not have the connection that in their, paraphrasing, that does not uphold diversity and what they say, that doesn't hold diversity and inclusion, I guess. There was a long statement why they were going to, and again, they said that they did not want the honorees to be outshone by the controversy that Kim Burrell would bring. And I can kind of see that. You're an artist, you've been working, you're going to get this award, but instead of people being there to award your efforts, you've got this cloud of controversy that someone has brought into the place. And, it'll be more about social media than the people's achievements. Is that a call for BMI that they should have made? I don't know. I mean, it's a corporation, it's a company, it's an organization like anything else. They have to decide what they want to do, what's best for the good of their organization, and that's what they've decided on. But it is a teachable moment about being careful about what you say. And I guess if she really feels that way and stand in her truth, whatever that truth is for her, I think that she needs at this point, because we are fickle and we are short-term memory. We have a very short attention span. I think the best thing for Kim Burrell to do at this point is to probably what she should have done in the beginning, which was to hire a publicist and actually just lay low. I mean, trust me, no one will be talking about Kim Burrell when, and it will happen, when some scandal comes, and no one will be talking about her. Unfortunately, that's just the truth, that's just the truth. So I think she should just decompress. She needs to get off social media. She needs to lay low. 3 months from now, no one's going to be talking about Kim Burrell and her statements. And for her, maybe it means to go to people personally in her life and do a mea culpa and do damage control that way, and then rise back with a different frame of mind if that's how she feels she needs to handle it. I don't know what her course of action should be. I do think she probably should be quiet for a while. Everybody's saying that she's done. I don't think she's done. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. And, there are people who do believe in her, and she'll have that following, and she'll pick up, and she'll go again. And people who do not believe in her stance, do not believe in what she calls for, she won't have those people. And that's just life. So I want to talk about that. And then I want to talk about motherhood. Oh, motherhood. I'm not talking about the joys of motherhood. I'm talking about support. And I think the number one thing that mothers can do for themselves and for each other is to let people know that, one, they're going through some things and they need support. And I'll be honest, I am one that has never been that person. I have suffered in silence a lot. If I really could have a story time of the things that I have gone through in my motherhood journey, I know that I shared a lot of stress that I did not have to have if I had stepped out and been vulnerable and asked for support. So to all the mothers out there that are going through, I've shared my teen chronicles, and I want to say first, there have been quite a few ladies, mothers, who have come on my comments and have given me words of encouragement, because when you're in the fire and you're trying to do your best by your children and your children are fighting you, it is a very helpless place. And I'm not a reactive type of person. I'm a proactive type of person. I try to cut things off at the helm. And the truth of the matter is that I'm an individual raising individuals, and their perspective is not my perspective. And I have to, one, give myself grace and not beat myself up, because I wake up every day trying to do the best job I can to be a mother, and that's all I can do. And I then have to turn to my sister in motherhood, and let them know, you're doing the best that you can. And I'm telling you, my friends who did that intervention with me during the holidays really pulled something off of me, a burden, a very heavy burden, because I was beating myself up a lot, because I really pride myself on being my best and feeling like I'm a failure. But they really put things in perspective for me, and I really thank them for that. So I want to pass that on to you mothers that are going through. Do not live in whatever you're going through alone. Make sure that you reach out for people who got your back and that don't want to use things to to your disadvantage. But we are more alike than anything else, and so seek help, get support, whatever it is you believe in. I rest on prayer, and I want to just say thank you for those of you who have reached out to me. So it's a wonderful Sunday morning. I am gonna be changing clothes and going out with my daughter, the fam. So I'm hoping to have a really nice, fun afternoon. Take care of yourself and each other. I will be back because we're going to be reviewing tonight Real Housewives of Atlanta. So have a wonderful Sunday. Take care. Bye.